Game collecting is always something I love to do. It's hard to do sometimes, but I always try to make time to go out and game collect, whether it's going to thrift stores, pawn shops, antique stores, the flea markets, any of that stuff. However, if you can't do that kind of stuff, you can still game collect without spending all your money. You can do it on a budget, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways that I actually do this. Now, sometimes, like this week per se, because it's a holiday, I won't be able to just go out and do this stuff. I've got other things I gotta do. I have to work, I have to make videos, all that kind of stuff. So what do I do when I'm not able to go out? I have 3 things that I do that I think you definitely should. Starting with the first thing, and the first one is always looking for deals. I am always on Mercari and eBay looking for deals. I will search video games, however it is, if it's Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, Microsoft, whatever I'm looking for, I can search by doing that. Maybe I want a Nintendo 64 game, I'll look Nintendo 64, N64 game, or maybe if I'm specific enough, I'll say, okay, I want Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64, and then I'll filter by the games by sold, what's newest listed, what the lowest price is, all that kind of stuff, just to see kind of where everything has, what the price is and all that. I'll check price charting, and then I will make sure that, okay, on eBay, if I look at the sold listings of Super Mario 64, I can see that, okay, that game is selling for $35, whereas if I go over to Mercari, it might be $31. So I make sure I'm checking those places, and these aren't the only places you can look. These are just the ones that I tend to use, so I'm using those as a good example. Make sure you check different places, because the price will fluctuate based on where you're listing it, because honestly, Mercari has cheaper deals, but eBay has like a better return policy, and you've got more protection there. So you gotta weigh the pros and cons there, whether it's the cheaper game and maybe not as much of a return policy. They have one that's pretty decent, but eBay's is much bigger and better. And so I guess you gotta figure that out. Figure out the prices and check online, because that is a way that you can get good deals. Now, sometimes it is hard, and I understand that, but check for bundles as well while you're online. Go to eBay and say, Nintendo 64 bundle. Maybe I can get 4 games for $60 and sell the other 3 games and actually get Super Mario for cheaper, or maybe even free depending on the cost of the other games. So always be paying attention, looking online, because that will help you figure out what kind of the price is for things. And maybe if you see that game for $45, you won't just, oh, I gotta get it. You'll be like, oh, well, I saw that on Mercari it was $32, but on eBay it's $45. I'm gonna go over to Mercari and pick that up and save, what, 12, 13 bucks? And that adds up over time. Maybe you save 10 bucks a week. At the end of the year, that's $520 worth of money that you save, that you can then actually buy more games. So like, be smart about it. Make sure you look online and see what's selling and what's available and all that stuff. The second step I'm going to say is look locally. This is something that's harder to do when you're stuck at home or you can't get out, but you can still do it. Like for me in my area, I will check Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist occasionally, and OfferUp occasionally. It used to be a lot better for Craigslist and OfferUp in my area, but everyone has a Facebook, so they just all put it on Facebook Marketplace, and so that's usually where I see the majority of the deals and the majority of everything that's being sold locally. So make sure you're checking that. Check it often, because someone might list something for $40 when really it's worth $100. And if you're the first one to see it, you have that better chance of buying it. Now, yes, this does require you to potentially leave your house. And I would say leave your house if you're doing this. Be safe. Go to like a convenience store close, or a police station, or somewhere safe with cameras and that's in broad daylight, where it's a public place basically, so you could be safe. Now, don't do it at night. Be smart about this. But you can get some good deals if you are refreshing and checking the Nintendo 64 bundles page every few hours. You might see someone that just listed one that has the game you want, and you could basically buy the bundle, sell the bundle, and keep the game you want and make money, or at least get a free game or a cheaper game. So I definitely have to say, check locally. Make sure you do this because oftentimes you can get really good deals. And you can even like offer with them. So if they have it for $100, maybe you only want to pay 85. Send them an offer of 85. They might take it, they might not. But that's a chance of you saving, again, $15, which can really add up over time. The last thing that I can think of, and actually this leads me into showing some recent pickups that I actually didn't pick up myself, is make sure your friends and family know that you love gaming. How can you do this? By passively saying, yeah, I've been playing this game, or maybe they see my YouTube channel, or maybe you post a picture on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. If they know that you're into gaming, they're going to think of you whenever they think of video games. So if they're out somewhere, maybe shopping at a thrift store, and they see, oh, I remember that Eric loves Nintendo 64 games, I see maybe Super Mario 64 is only $10 or maybe $5 at the thrift store. They're gonna pick that up for me and let me know and text me or whatever. I have a good example of that. I've got 4 games right here that one of my coworkers actually bought for me, and I ended up paying him back. And honestly, this stack right here, I paid $19 for. All of these games from price charting prices today is $67. I stayed home, didn't do anything, and that's a potential profit of about $40. Now, am I gonna sell all of these? I think I'll keep 1 or 2 of them, but for $19 and sitting at my house and just responding to text messages from a friend, really a coworker, which is a friend, it definitely benefits me because I could sell these. Now, he knows how much these games are worth. I told him, I said, hey, if you want, I'll split the difference and all that, but he said, just buy them from me and I'll hook you up. So $19 turned into, what, $40 in profit, and I might keep a game or 2. I have the last story already. I have the special edition, so this is pure profit. It was $10. This game's going for over 40 as it is right now, so this is definitely well worth it. So that's the third tip, is make sure people know. Make sure that they know you are into gaming, and then randomly they'll think of you and you will probably end up getting cheap deals or even given free stuff. I can't tell you how many times someone I've known has been like, hey, I have some old PlayStation 1 games. Would you be interested? Or maybe they're like, I found some Nintendo 64 games in my closet. Would you want them? Or I've bought tons of NES games. Sometimes I'll buy them for what they're worth. I usually tell people, especially my friends, I'll say, okay, give me the list, give me the pictures. I'll tell you, this is how much price charting is. And then this is how much I want to pay for them. So maybe if price charting is at $100, I'll say, hey, I don't necessarily want all these games. Maybe I only want $50 worth of games, but they have the rest. And maybe I'll say, I don't want all of them, but if I was to take all of them, I would offer you $80. I would say, here's the deal. This is worth $100 if you want to sell it yourself, but for me to pick these up, I would have to pay $80. And if they're a good friend and they understand that, they'll accept it. If not, no harm, no foul. I'm okay with that. It's their stuff, so I just want to make sure that they know what it's worth. So if you're gonna let friends know or buy from friends, make sure you're honest with them and upfront with them, and it'll build a better relationship with them. And then also moving forward, whenever they think, oh, this game is worth $10, Eric paid $8 for it, I'll hook him up for $8. The deals will come, I promise you. So I wanted to let you guys know, if you're stuck at home and you cannot get out and go game hunting, it's hard sometimes. These are some tips that I suggest that you use. They've definitely helped me, especially like, look at these deals. I mean, I got these 4 games for $19, totally well worth it. I'm happy about it. So if you like this video, go ahead, Comment down below, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification. That way you know when I post videos, which is every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. One more time, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you have a good day.